Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be taking a look at American Airlines stock here. Now this is a company we've traded a lot of times in the past, and I've told you guys that they have a very strong support around $10, but as you can see they've rocketed over the last few weeks and now are finding support again. So I want to show you guys why I think this is a great time to buy or pick up shares for the longer term, and especially I want to show you guys why I think this play is such a great long term as far as technical analysis and as far as some logical things that you might not have thought about in the past as a trader, guys. So first off, like I said, this is going to be a great long-term investment, guys. As you can see, they've had many runs over the past about hype and about fiscal helps that might be coming to this airline sector. But unfortunately, you can see that these runs have not been fruitful for the stock, and they've ultimately pulled back immediately following the news. And guys, now we're seeing a very different trend where the volume is picking up on a daily basis. And what this is going to show us is basically people who are stepping in for the long term, people who are looking to buy and hold and not just basically make a trade on an intraday basis. So what this is going to mean is that the stock is going to have a lot more strength going forward and also have a harder time breaking below supports, which is coincidentally what we're testing right now. And as you can see over the past week, this stock has tested the $15 level 3 times, but has not been able to break below, which is honestly just a confirmation of the volume thing I'm trying to show you guys here, and honestly a confirmation of the fact that this stock is going to be going very good over the next few weeks of time. So I want to show you guys why I think that this is a great long-term play and why I think that this stock has a lot more upside potential than downside here. Now guys, like I've told you in the past, technical analysis is going to save your life in many different ways. There's going to be a lot of times where technical analysis can potentially open your eyes to an opportunity you didn't even know was there. And this is one of the tools on TradingView that I really want to show you guys how to use and how to take advantage of. And this is going to be the long position tool. Now with this tool, you can actually know something very interesting, and that's going to be your risk to reward ratio. So a lot of traders don't take this into account when they are jumping into a new play, but risk to reward ratio is basically going to show you how much potential profit versus how much potential risk you have on a trade here, guys. So if I was to put the tool here on the chart, you can see that at the very bottom here, at the worst, if this trade went all the way down to $10, this is my risk right here if I bought in right now at the $15 level. But my target, let's say this stock went all the way back to the highs of around June, then you can see here that my risk to reward is well over 1-to-1. So there's a lot more reward here with this play than risk if we are holding them for a long-term play, guys. So that's why I would recommend this as a long-term play, not a short-term play, because the risk to reward is benefiting us over the long term. So that's part of the analysis that you have to take with these stocks. Make sure you're farther from the top than you are from the bottom, because this is just going to be a very obvious sign that your reward is going to be more lucrative than your potential risk, guys. So if logically you take 100 plays in this way and 50 of them fail, you're still going to be profitable even though you only technically won 50% of the time. And the reason for that is that your risk to reward is always going to be greater than 1. So this is one of the basic pillars of every single trade that I take. I've never taken a trade in my life without first considering what the risk to reward ratio was, because even if I'm identifying a trend on the chart and I think that the stock can rocket, well, if the reward is not good enough to basically take away the risk or at least make it worth it, then why would I hop in that trade, guys? So that's why I say that this play is going to be better over the long term. But getting back to the technical analysis, guys, like I said, $15 is going to be the clearest support here that we've been testing over the last few days. And I'm looking for this stock to see a strong bounce, especially after we're seeing a rotation out of tech. And a lot of tech stocks are fortunately cooling off here and giving us another opportunity to buy in. But in the meantime, a lot of people are leaving tech and rotating into these airline stocks. Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line, etc. have all seen bounces over the last week. And even though airlines have actually been selling off, I think that they could see a bounce, but especially in the long term is when I will be looking to target this play, guys. Now, any price under $15 is ultimately when I will be hopping in on this play. I'm looking to pick up at least 50 shares at this lower price, and the rest of my position will be picked up anytime after they break 18. So this is just going to be my first entering into the play to make sure I I get my feet wet with this play and make sure at least I have some exposure to the upside that is available with American Airlines, guys. But ultimately, in the long run, I will be looking to basically cement my position at $18, and this is what I will be holding for the very, very long term, looking to basically double my money and get $30 a share, probably around 2022, guys. So this is a very, very long-term play, but I do see them having some short-term gains, guys. Like I said, we had recent highs of around $22. So ultimately, what I will be looking for this play going into the next few months is a break below this $15 level, or at least a hold here in the next week. And then if we get that, then I will be buying my 50 shares, half of my ultimate position, which I'm looking to buy here, guys. And then I'm going to basically just hold and wait and see what happens with this play in the future, hoping that they do not break back to this $10 support. But even if they do, guys, this will just represent a great time to buy. And even though I'm hoping that I can buy the rest of my position at $18, it will honestly just be even better if I can finish those 50 shares up and get my full 100 at $15 and the rest of the 50 at 10. So there's really no problem here if this longer term play goes back to $10 here, guys, and breaks below the 15 support, because we are holding this for the long term, and any dips will ultimately be the best opportunity to buy in for the long term. So that's how you have to handle these long-term stocks, guys. They're not going to be the same way as a short-term play, or when I show you a lot of the shorter term price action or technical analysis trades that I make on the Discord or on the channel. I'm trying to focus on other plays like Fuel Cell, and I'm trying to show you guys some longer term plays for those of you who may not have time to be by your computer the whole day or even during a regular trading day and want to just put your money in and see it multiply in a year or two down the line. So that's why I really recommend American Airlines at this $15 price tag. I think that this is a smashing price just on its own, but if they go below the $15 mark, which is unlikely because of the increased volume and because of how much they are testing this support here over the last week, but it's definitely not impossible, guys. Like I say, $15 will be the price I'm looking to buy in on this company, 50 shares, and start my position just to get my feet wet. But ultimately, I'm going to be watching in the next week whether this wedge breaks to the upside to 18, which is when I will buy the rest of my 50 shares, or if this wedge breaks to the downside, takes us back to $10 and shows us an absolutely smashing opportunity to buy, guys, where our risk to reward ratio would be almost 3x here, guys. So the risk would be almost down to this trend here. As you can see, only $1 of risk if I was taking the trade at $10, and that would represent almost $12 of upside. So guys, as you can see, that's very much a high risk to reward ratio, and this is something that I want you guys to learn into the future and use on all of your future trades, as it can really open your eyes to realize whether a trade is worth it to you or not. Why would you jump in on a trade that doesn't potentially have a high amount of reward for yourself and basically creates more risk for you as a trader than reward? Then that's obviously not a good trade. So this is a tool I want you guys to start using for every single one of your trades, whether it's short-term, long-term, options, stock, etc., because it's going to allow you to set targets for yourself and to be very clear on when you're getting in and out of these plays. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you want to use this trading platform that I'm showing you right now for technical analysis, this was TradingView.com, and the links are going to be down in the description below to sign up for completely free and also help support the channel, as well as the Discord link, which is where I'll be posting the signal of when I jump in and out of this play, and that is also completely free. And the link is down in the description below. So if you want to take advantage of either of those two opportunities, if you are a beginner trader looking for a community, that's going to be an absolutely smashing opportunity to take advantage of. But as always, guys, thank you so much for the support. We cracked 1,600 subscribers today, so I'm absolutely ecstatic. I love all the support we've been getting lately, and I hope that we can continue pushing the channel here into 2021, as well as pushing our bank accounts above the levels that we were seeing in 2020, guys. So as always, I'm very excited with what the future holds, and I hope all your trades are in the green.